So this video is really simple, actually. It's kind of like a checkpoint where you want to mentally, before you go into the demo, you just want to make sure that you've done a few things, because you purposefully, if you haven't done these things yet, you actually want to stop yourself from doing the demo. You want to have self-control, discipline, and you want to take a step back and say, wait a second, maybe I shouldn't demo quite yet.
That's right. Yeah, so many people get like hung up in this like, oh, the customer's just waiting for a price. They just want a price. They just want a price. And so they hurry through and they skip these three things, and therefore their demo kind of falls on deaf ears.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like trying to sell ice to an Eskimo, right? Like, they don't need it. It's not a pain. They got plenty of ice. Why are you trying to sell it to them, right? Yeah. So what are these three main things that we have to do before we even think about our full demo? Number one, you have to pull out at least one pane. Usually there's multiple panes, all right? And people get this confused so often because they think the pane is they don't have gutters, or they got a window that's broken,
or that they're missing the shingles. Like,
it's like, that's not the pane. Like, that's not a pain to people. Like, okay, yeah, I gotta get this fixed. The pain is, oh yeah, this window's broken, and oh yeah, if this window stays like this, there's a chance that piece of glass falls and your kid's crib is right there, and you come in one morning and your kid's head is cut off. Like, that's a real pain, right?
That's a good example of a pain.
That's an extreme example of a pain, right? But that's a real pain.
It all reminds me of this gutter launch member that we have, and he was super confused. It was one of his first demos ever, and he is convinced that these people are gonna buy because the gutters are broken and they've been hanging off of the house.
Right.
So he goes and he does the demo and everything, and at the end they basically tell him, oh, well, for that price, we're just gonna leave it the way it is.
Right.
Okay. So he's just like confused. And I said, wait a second, I think that this makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot of sense. So why did they want to get the gutters fixed? That's my question to him. What did you figure out about why they wanted to get these gutters fixed?
The gutters were broken.
The gutters were broken. No!
Yeah, what are the broken gutters causing? Are they causing water to infiltrate in their basement and wreck that keepsake from grandma, right? Or whatever's in that basement, right? Wreck the wedding dress, right? Is it causing water to get in the basement, which they're afraid is going to cause damage to this thing that they cherish so much? Are the gutters being broken washing out their landscaping, and one of them happens to love their landscaping and they need to have the best house in the block, right? Like, what is the broken, what pain are the broken gutters causing? Because I can assure you, a customer's pain is never that the thing you sell is broken, right? It's never that, all right? People do not have pain tied to things on their home, roofs, gutters, windows.
The closest to that being the actual pain is that aesthetically, they care that it looks like crap.
Right, yep.
But most of the people we talk to, especially if those broken gutters are in the backyard, they don't care. They'll leave it there for years.
That's right. It catches half of it, and they're okay with it. So we got to draw out that pain, and that pain is, you just got to keep going deeper. Yeah. Oh, so your broken gutters then, like, what? Why does that concern you? And then they'll be like, well, I guess, like, I'm worried about, we had water in the basement there in the past, and I'm just worried about water getting back in the basement. Oh, okay, so if water gets in the basement, then, like, is your basement finished and you're just worried about having to redo it? Well, no, that, yes, but, that we just redid our basement. It cost us $30,000 for all new insulation and drywall and flooring and all that stuff. And, but also, like, that's right there is kind of like our storage room. And so if water gets in it, like, actually, and our furnace is right underneath it, and I'm nervous that the furnace is going to go out and all sorts of other stuff, like, I still want it to cause more damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty important then. Like, so if, a new furnace is what, 10 grand these days? Yeah, at least, right?
And when we get those, when we're sitting in a sales demo, and we get answers like that, we get excited.
That's right.
Because we know we're going to sell them something.
Yeah, because you want to know what? When I just said that, a new furnace is what, 10 grand? Guess what? My gutters, if they're $10,000, guess what? You're killing two birds with one stone. You're saving your HVAC unit and you're getting gutters to properly divert the water away from your house, right? And they're like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Let's go. Boom. Ball game.
We get super excited pulling out pain points. One of my favorite ones that I went with Colin, Leaf Filter had quoted her $1,700 to put gutter cover on so that she didn't have to clean out her gutters, okay? We show up, and so we know, okay, she doesn't want to clean out the gutters anymore. That's one of her pain points. She doesn't want to clean out the gutters, okay? We pulled out 3 additional real-life pain points and then upsold her on a full, like multiple solutions, just because we were like, well, where's this water going? And we would ask questions about ice. We would ask questions about where the water was pooling.
Right.
Would ask questions about her basement. Would ask questions about where the water was going into her garage as well. We pulled all of this out, and all of a sudden, her initial want of, well, I don't want to clean out the gutters anymore, turned into, oh wow, there's 3 other important pain points that we can solve here if we do more than just the cover.
That's right.
And then she ends up buying from us because we're solving real life pains.
That's right. And it was $2,900, right? So,
yeah. So we beat Leaf Filter.
That's right. We beat Leaf Filter. So yeah, number one, we got to draw out the pain. Right? In this video, we're already over our 5 minutes.
Yeah, there we go.
So. But 2, we have to get a budget. All right, we have to draw a budget out of every single customer, and it might be a crazy low budget. All right, but we have to draw a budget out.
You need something.
Yeah.
And so if you haven't talked to money, and it's like, all right, it's time to demo, and you haven't talked to money yet.
That's right.
You're skipping something.
That's right.
For us, inside of One Way Exteriors, you're at least skipping the questionnaire because the budget questions are in there.
That's right.
Okay. That's not the only time when you have the opportunity to pull out the budget from people. And so one I went on recently, the concession, because the guy really, he's a former contractor. He didn't want to tell me his budget. He knew what I was doing. All right, he knew what I was doing. So he jokingly says his budget's $250, and so me and Glenn, we say, oh, $250 a foot, okay, and we ran with it. It was an ongoing joke the entire rest of the time, that his budget was $250 per foot.
That's right.
So we just left it at, we were like, all right, we know this former contractor is not gonna tell us his budget, so we're just gonna keep on joking that his budget is $250 a foot.
Yeah, another one off that, $250 a month? Oh man, we can do a lot with that. Yeah. Boom, and just move on.
Love it, love it.
It's really, really easy. And if somebody says like, I've got a budget of $1,000 for this new roof, you can be like, okay, look, if you find somebody that can give you a new roof for $1,000, please do not give them your last $1,000. All right, if that is all you have to your name is $1,000, and you find somebody willing to do this roof for $1,000, shy of them saying like, normally this is 20 grand, I'm gonna take care of this for you, just give me that $1,000.
Yeah, like it's a charity.
It's a charity, right? But if somebody's like, yep, I can do it for $1,000, cool, right? Please run, right? But in that instance, turn it over to monthly, turn it over to payments. Like, hey, I think payments might be a better option on this because with your budget, you're not going to actually be able to fix everything that needs to be fixed. But
based off of the pain points.
Based off the pain points.
You're not going to be able to solve your pains.
That's right. But if we turn that over to monthly payments, like, can you swing like $250 a month, $300 a month? Like, yeah, I could do up to like $400 a month. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're in business. Let's figure this thing out now. Boom. All right. It's really easy because your goal is not to make them feel like you're gonna like just charge them as much as you possibly can for as little as you possibly can to be just under that budget, right? The goal, and I usually say this, is like my goal is to get you as much as I can within that budget.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, most people don't give me an unlimited budget to just spend all their money and fix everything on the exterior of their home, all right?
Yeah.
Most people have a number in mind that, all right, if it's cost more than this, we can't do it. And I'm just here to try and figure out what can we do with that number and what can't we do. And then as we go through everything, if you're like, oh, I really like, that's what I want, I want that standing seam metal roof. Well, okay, Daniel, I'm sorry. We can do this, but just know it's going to blow your budget out of the water.
Yeah. And that
which is more
expectation.
important.
And then sometimes they say, wow, okay, well, if it's just going to be, somewhat over budget, then yeah, I still want to know. And you're like, okay. And then you go all in trying to sell them that standing seam, right?
Yep.
You trust them. But if you didn't have any of those conversations before the demo, that's where you fail, because then this is aligned with the pain points. I go into a demo, I don't know their budget or their pain points. Then what am I solving for
that's right.
in this demo?
Nothing. Literally, you're there estimating a roof gutter windows.
Yep.
That's it. You're just an estimator.
Whatever.
You can't even sell. So
you are not differentiated. You're just you might as well just be selling.
You might as well show up, take some measurements, put it on a napkin, say, here's your price.
Yep.
Truthfully. If you are not getting a budget and a pain point, you might as well show up, give them a number, and say, there you go.
Yep, there's your number. Let me know if you're going to do it. And
that's right.
And that's where you're selling 10-20% of your jobs.
That's right.
The last thing, and this there's different ways to build the trust, but one of the ways we build trust is by talking about their pain points, is by talking about their budget.
Sure.
And then another huge way we at One Way Exteriors build trust is by talking about solutions that other companies didn't bring up. This happens all the time for us, where we end up winning the job because we pointed out different things that the companies that came out previously did not point out.
Because I got up in their attic, I carry a flashlight, right? And I get up in their attic and I'm shining the light around, and they're like, nobody else did that. And I'm like, yeah, if they didn't do that, how do they know you have this problem, 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 this problem? They don't. So what do you think is going to happen when they rip your roof off? They're going to see that. Yeah, and what do you think is going to happen? They're going to charge me a lot more money. Probably. Or they're going to just cover it up and act like it wasn't there and it's still not fixed. Ooh.
Throw them rocks.
Right. I see it every day. And that actually goes back into, remember our folder where I talked about, we do what's right is our second core value. Number one, we don't lie. Number two, we do what's right. We can't hide that. I can't look at this and just be like, oh yeah, that's good, right? It's okay if that all turns to mold eventually and your kids are breathing that in, that's okay, right? No, I can't do that. But I want to add to this too, Daniel, because I don't think your brain went here with this. But another area,
I got pretty good brains on
you do,
maybe.
You do. But another way that we build a lot of trust is in our communication before we even show up.
Yeah.
This customer that I didn't sell on Friday, but they're going to close tomorrow, Monday. We're filming this on Sunday night at 9:05 p.m. All right, that's how dedicated we are to y'all. All right, so he gets up and he's like, "Hey, Colin, I just need to encourage you. I've never had a company communicate as clearly as you guys do. Nobody does this. This is amazing. I've gotten so many text reminders and everything, and you called me this morning and called me on the way, and when I didn't answer, you texted me, and and he goes, and who's sending these texts that somebody's gonna be calling you and your representative will call you in the next hour? Is that your wife at home? It's actually all automated, man. And he goes, man, that is so cool. And I go, it's our SOPs, right? If Glenn doesn't call you on the way, guess what? Glenn doesn't have a job. And they're like, okay, all right. It is important. I said, we actually, this year we've had a couple 6-figure customers, right? Big projects that went on, and both of them said the exact same thing. We chose you because your communication is through the roof.
Yeah.
And both of them left raving reviews because our communication was through the roof. And they just kept referencing that. And I tried it, Daniel. I tried it. I texted this guy and said, hey, it's our company policy. I got to stop at the gas station before I show up. what's your favorite drink or candy bar?
Nice.
And he actually said, I'm on a diet, but thank you so much.
Oh,
and I was like, all right, I got my first objection with it. But
that's a pretty good one.
Right.
I'm on a diet.
Right. And then I show up and the dude drinks a Dr. Pepper the whole time, like is pounding Dr. Peppers. So I'm like, all right, dude. But
was it a diet Dr. Pepper?
I don't know.
Okay.
He kept it in the glass, and it was his wife's running joke with him. But anyways, so to that point, I think I had so much. I mean, this dude met me outside and was just like excited to see me.
Yeah.
And he's like, Colin? I said, yes, sir. And he was like, he knew me. Everything was good. And I already had a lot of trust.
And this was a door knocking lead.
This was a canvassing lead.
Yeah.
His exact words were, I had never heard of your company or anything. And he goes, so actually before I scheduled anything with Michael, we looked you guys up. We sat on the front porch and we looked you guys up and saw all your reviews and I'm like, wow, this seems like a pretty good company. Okay, let's do it. So pretty darn cool.
So we checked trust multiple ways.
That's right. That's right.
Reviews, the canvases, the conversations all before, the follow-up, the inspection. There's lots of ways to build the trust.
And just to be clear, this was in a completely new market. This is not an area that we normally do business in.
Yeah.
So we're testing a new market, and that's why they hadn't heard of us. Right?
Exactly.
We are everywhere in our normal markets, but so there's a lot of different ways that we can build that trust, and
so it comes down to discipline. Like,
that's right.
If you mentally and if you've got the emotional intelligence to be like, I'm not sure if this customer truly trusts us yet. What can you do to build some more trust before you go into the demo? What else can you inspect?
Yeah.
What else can you bring up during the conversation? What else can you show them before you do the demo?
That's right. This guy, and I don't let my employees do this, but this guy had a ladder, so I used his ladder to get up on the lower roof, and I really wanted to get up on the upper roof. And I didn't have a big enough ladder to get up. It was probably 25 feet to the eaves. And so I was like, I'm gonna get my ladder out of my car. So I got my ladder out of my car and set it up on the peak, and I'm getting up there and he's like, man, you're crazy. But I got up there and that built trust as well.
Yeah.
All right, he wanted to make sure that I knew what the heck I was talking about. I'm measuring everything, and he's like, okay. And I had all the photos, and he was like, do I need to get up there and see what you're seeing? No, please do not. This guy's like in his 70s, right? Please do not. I have all the photos. I've taken like 70 photos up here. He's like, oh, wow, okay, great.
That's amazing.
And that was it, right? And so I was like, but I'll tell you what, you can go inside, John, and let your wife know that to prepare herself for a new roof. He's like, all right, I'll go break the news to her. And went inside, and I came in, and she was like, I'm coming down off of it. This is not what I wanted, right? But this is important, and the rest was history, right?
Let's go.
So, all right, so that's how you can build trust. A lot of ways that.
And if you're not there, so like this is the most important thing. If you don't have the pain points, if you don't have the budget, and if you haven't built the trust yet, don't demo.
That's it.
Just don't. Just have the discipline to know that if I demo right now without these three elements, then my chances of closing the sale are very low.
That's right.
And so build those three things up, and then your chances when you do the demo of everything going swimmingly is very high.
That's it. Exactly. It's exactly the truth. And know what, like, you know the old song, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, all right?
Know when to run.
Yeah. Sometimes, and this is why we're testing 2 sales reps, sometimes you might have to take the back seat. Or you might have to be like, hey, you know what, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I'm not sure that I'm the right guy for this job. I actually think Colin at the office or Daniel at the office might be able to solve this problem better than me. And you turn it into a you thing, not them, right? Not that, hey, you won't connect with me.
Gotta bring out the big guns.
That's right. You know, this one might be a little bit above my pay grade. And I don't want to butcher this. You need some special attention on this roof. So can we reschedule And like, I'll be here again, but I'll be kind of like second fiddle, following this guy. If you are not connecting, that's the best thing that you can do.
Yeah.
All right. You know what it does? It builds so much more trust with the company, because they're like, oh, okay, this is awesome. You know what else it does? Is it instills doubt in all the other people. Like, oh, nobody else said that. This is important. Nobody else said that this needs some big guns. Like, maybe they're underplaying it, right?
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Now you get to roll and you split commission instead of getting 0 commission. Right?
Yeah.
So
that's super smart. Like for example, in a different video we talked about like the situation where you're getting outgunned by the engineer. If that's you, be like, you know what?
That's right.
You got me. This is complicated. So I need to bring the boss in on yours, because we want to take care of you. We want to do what's right. It's on the back of the shirt. We do what's right. The right thing for me to do is to bring the boss over so that we can get you the attention that you need.
That's right.
And then, like you said, well, you weren't gonna sell.
And they might say something like, well, can't you at least just give me a price? No, because I don't actually know what you need. Could I give you a price for shingle? Sure, but like, I don't really know what you need. And I need the boss in here to make sure that our quote is actually accurate and not just shooting from the hip. Because the last thing we want to do, Mrs. Smith, is I give you this price and then we open up your roof and then it becomes twice as much or something crazy like that, because that's not how we want to do business. We don't do business that way, and that's why I'm saying.
And some companies do.
And some companies do, but that's why I'm saying, hey, I got to bow out of this one, and I get the boss here. I'm going to run with them so I can learn, but I got to bow out of this one because this one's a little bit over my head.
Smart. Go back that EQ we were talking about.
That's right. That's right. All right. Know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. All right. So there we have it. All right. This is the video on what you must do before you start your demo to increase that closing rate and build that generational wealth.